back to another video. Take 3. Today we are going to talk about foot spurs. Let's just dive right on in. Can guinea pigs walk on paws that are covered in foot spurs? So yes, guinea pigs can walk, although potentially with discomfort and pain or difficulty on paws covered in foot spurs, which is essentially tough calluses or keratinized skin. Now, depending on the location of the foot spurs or corns on the foot pad, they can cause pain, discomfort when your guinea pig walks, jumps, or plays. So for this reason, spurs require a bit of special attention or additional care to limit the negative effects that they can have on your guinea pig's health. Let's talk a little bit more in depth. What are foot spurs? Guinea pigs can develop foot spurs, which are tough calluses or keratinized skin on the pads of their feet. Sometimes when we go on monkey bars, the skin rubs and it toughens up. That's a callus. That is similar to what a foot spur would be. So depending on the location and severity of the spurs, it can cause pain or discomfort, potentially leading to reduced activity or difficulty walking. What happens if a foot spur becomes infected? If a foot spur becomes infected, it can lead to bumblefoot, which is very interesting. I did not know that. So we could talk about what bumblefoot is more in depth in another video, or I may already have one, which if I do, I will link it in the iCards. But spurs in pets whose exact cause remains largely unknown may be influenced by genetic factors and tend to increase with age, so often appearing more frequently on the front feet. Which, okay, that would make sense. While there's no definitive prevention strategy, regular management akin to toenail care can help mitigate complications associated with their development. Now, this would make sense because one of my most recent girls that I took in last week, she had all 4 of her paws covered in foot spurs, back feet, front feet. And she is an older guinea pig, and I mean older. She's like 9 or 10 years old. You heard that right. We'll talk more about that in another video. So let's talk a little bit more about what bumblefoot might be. Symptoms of bumblefoot can include a bump or protrusion from the foot pad with dry and flaky skin, extra tough spurs, and in more severe cases, ulcers, blisters, discharge, scabbing, and bleeding. So what can be done to help? In cases of severe bumblefoot, it's important to seek veterinary care for proper diagnosis and treatment, which can include gentle surgical debridement, bandaging, and medication. Prevention. To help prevent foot spurs and bumblefoot, ensure that your guinea pig has a suitable soft bedding and avoid hard surfaces in their enclosure. Regularly check your guinea pig's feet for any signs of spurs, sores, or infections, and seek veterinary care if you notice any concerns. Now, foot spurs in general can be taken care of at home with your monthly nail trims that you do on your guinea pig. I say monthly because that's what I tend to do, but it could be every 4 to 6 weeks, every 6 to 8 weeks. However often you do your nail trims on your guinea pig, you want to make sure if you notice any foot spurs that you trim them off. Please do not ever yank the foot spur off barehanded, because what'll happen is if you've ever had dead skin on your hand and you just, or a hangnail, and you just yank it off, you start to bleed. Now, if you're going to tell me that you never bleed when that happens, I may or may not believe you. I may or may not believe you. But for me, I know when I pull off a hangnail, it bleeds. And that's exactly what could happen if you just yank off a foot spur. So my recommendation, you have people toenail clippers or fingernail clippers. You got the small little ones, the big ones, different sizes you can have. You might be able to, trim it off with something like this even. But typically, if the foot spur is long enough and it looks like a flap of skin, you could just take your people nail clippers and get as close to the foot pad as you can get without cutting the foot pad. But if by accident you do, you can use styptic powder to stop the bleeding. you can apply old-fashioned pressure with a tissue to stop the bleeding. The important thing is to always use like an antibiotic cream or something to help prevent infection. If it's really bad, obviously seek vet care. But that is all I have to say about foot spurs. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, feel free to comment them down below and we'll talk about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.